ELSWEYR, land of the Khajiit. Here, life should be good, but we suffer 1,000 perils. Beneath the tyrannical rule of the usurper queen, our farms and villages overrun by hordes of undead. And the very land itself set afire by a rage of dragons. Heroes emerge, ready to defend ELSWEYR, wielding weapons, spells, and even necromancy, to claim victory at all costs. But through the smoke and flames, hope stirs.
I'm surprised we don't see giant balls of fur rolling across the landscape here.
I'm pretty sure that every Khajiit is a giant ball of fur. Some more giant than others.
Rajin's shadow haunts you, dull claws. Let us dance to your death. Get back, Rakasha! I won't let you have this one.
Ha! Your blood is too thin. Keep that one as a gift, Yushiha, for when you're ready to drink.
Sheath your claws, Walker. This one does not want a fight, but you've walked into a dangerous feud. You should leave the Weeping Scar. Yushiha cannot protect everyone from her former kin. I am an exile of the Tenar Zalvit vampire clan. This wasteland has long been our home. Unforgiving, but we survived in peaceful seclusion through the wisdom of our clan mother. She is gone now, and my clan strays down a treacherous path without her. My blood brother, Rakasha, tempts my clan to give in to their thirst. He urges them to abandon our way of life and prey on the caravanners without restraint or mercy. I must divert them from this path, but I am losing the fight. Yushiha is grateful. This caravaner she saved was not alone. Help her check on their camps, warn them, protect them if necessary. We must save them from my clan before we can save my clan from themselves. She only hopes it is not too late. He leads the Tenar Zalvit. After our clan mother's death, he promised our blood brothers and sisters a better life. Swayed them to embrace our predatory nature. He played on their fears and drove out his dissenters. Yushiha is the only one who still remains. Once Rakasha's followers tasted the blood of our living cousins, those who resisted were easily driven out. He is right about one thing. Living on thin-blooded animals indeed made us weak. He blames our pacifist ways for all our troubles, and has renounced them. Rakasha believes embracing our nature as vampires is the only way to protect us from harm, but all he'll do is make enemies and draw them to us. I believe our clan mother's wisdom was the only thing that has kept us alive this long. She knew that turning on our living kin was short-sighted. If Rakasha has his way, I am certain it will lead to our destruction. Before the flu, we only drank blood that was offered to us. But after it wiped out Orcrest, we have had to make do with feeding on animals. This is not a lush land. It was a lean life, but it was peaceful. That was very long ago. Nearly at the edge of memory, Walker. Back when the 16 kingdoms of Khajiit became 2, my family was taken by the Thracian plague, and I brought them to Tenar Zalvit to find rest. I offered the clan mother everything. The world outside seemed as if it was about to end. I had nothing, no purpose, no future. The clan gave me all 3. The lifetimes I have spent watching over the departed have been far less troubled than those of my living kin. Until now. A cabal of necromancers raided our home. The burial site our clan watched over for centuries. She defied their leader, and was destroyed. The rest of us could only stand by helplessly as they desecrated the dead. We lost everything that night. Our clan served as the caretakers of the Tenar Zalvit ossuary, when there was anyone left to seek burial. Khajiit made offerings of blood for us to watch over their dead. We coexisted like that for hundreds of years, until tragedy struck. Our troubles began with the Nahatan flu. It swept through Orcrest like a flood, leaving death in its wake. The tide of dead rolled in until our vaults were full, and those who survived begged us to spare them. We took pity and agreed. Our clan grew from a small handful to a settlement in itself. In an instant, we lost our main source of food and gained many more mouths to feed. We hoped to leave, but our clan mother feared we would carry the flu with us and sequestered the clan.
Why not make Orcrest ours again? We left it a ghost town. Finally, we feast on rich blood.
So, a tiger walks among the cattle. You were with Yoshiha, yes? Did my blood sister beg you to hunt me, Walker? Has she grown too weak to do it herself? My clan, Walker. And she has no place in it until she drinks as she was meant to. She can live like vermin if she chooses, but my clan will never return to that life. Everything. Our lives were spent hiding away in tombs, gnawing on rats to keep the hunger at bay. Day after day, year after year, with no end in sight. All to keep us safe, but that was a lie. It only made us easy pickings. There are predators and there are prey. Our clan mother chose to live like prey, and she died like prey. But we are vampires. We thrive on the hunt. If she had embraced our true nature, she'd still be alive today. Which will you be, Walker?
Do not listen to his sweet talk.
Your claws are dull as always, Yoshiha. Remember what I said, Walker.
Rakasha toys with us. He is drunk with power. What of the caravans? I have found no one alive. Rakasha is not so foolish as to needlessly slaughter his prey. Our clan must be herding the caravanners into the Tenar Zalvit ossuary like cattle. At least most of them should still be alive. We must free them. You will, Walker. I lack the strength to fight them. I will keep to the shadows and help you how I can. I'd like to believe my clan can be redeemed, but if they have to pay for the blood in their veins with their lives, so be it. The Tenar Zalvit ossuary is deeper within the chasm, to the east. I will meet you inside. First, I must slake my thirst as best as I can. I'll need all the strength I can muster. It has been the Tenar Zalvit's clan home for centuries. A humble place of rest for Khajiit to begin their journey to the sands behind the stars. After the flu came, it became a sprawling boneyard. You will find my clan in great numbers there. Paradise, Walker. Where Khajiit who followed the true path of the moons lounge in the gentle warmth of the sun on dunes of purest sugar. A place I will never see. I am sworn to keep an eternal vigil, even if I am the last of my clan who remembers our duty to the dead. And if I should die, I am out of Khenarthi's reach. Only the cruel embrace of Molag Bal awaits for the likes of me. Our clan served as the caretakers of the Tenar Zalvit ossuary, when there was anyone left to seek burial. Khajiit made offerings of blood for us to watch over their dead. We coexisted like that for hundreds of years, until tragedy struck. Our troubles began with the Nahatan flu. It swept through Orcrest like a flood, leaving death in its wake. The tide of dead rolled in until our vaults were full, and those who survived begged us to spare them. We took pity, and our clan grew from a small handful to a settlement in itself. In an instant, we lost our main source of food and gained many more mouths to feed. We hoped to leave, but our clan mother feared we would carry the flu with us and sequestered the clan. Rakasha is no fool. Arrogant, but no fool. He knows you are not easy prey, so he did not raise his hand to you alone. Now that he is pursued, he will seek safety among the clan and wait for us to fight on his terms. He is a clever catwalker. His tongue is sharper than his claws, but I fear talk will be wasted on him now that he's given in to his thirst. And he will be stronger than he has ever been. Our clan served as the caretakers of the Tenar Zalvit ossuary, when there was anyone left to seek burial.
We should leave the Weeping Scar. Take over somewhere worth leaving.
This one used to like fowl, but after he turned, their blood seemed thin as gruel. Raymond.
Flank, now!
To the side!
Friend, they took us. They meant to eat us. I saw them take the key across the bridge. Please, find it and free us.
Good work, Walker. Keep searching, and put that key to good use. I'll catch up after I've led this one to safety.
Watch out! There's more! More of them! Don't get eaten! Merciful moons! I think that's the last of them.
Close call. Don't worry. This one will be safe with me. Khajiit treated no better than animals. Shameful. You go on. I'll watch over them. Rakaja! I warned you retribution would come to you if you hunted Khajiit as prey. Step down, and our clan might yet be redeemed.
It's you who led this hunter to our den, Yushia, not me. Unlike our clan mother, I am prepared for our enemies. Hunt me if you dare.
Rakaja! Rakaja! There's no going back for him. Neither Rakaja nor the Tanar Zalvit clan. Their only care now is the taste of the blood on their tongues. There's only one way this ends now. With Rakaja buried in this tomb, killing him won't bring my clan back. But making an example of him may teach the Tanar Zalvit to feed with more restraint. I don't believe Rakaja will give you any other choice. It's a lot to ask of you, but the lives we've saved will be a small fraction of those lost if he is not deposed. You are five-clawed, Walker. Now's the time.
I never want to see that tomb again. Not even to hide from the sun.
Forward to tasting hearty blood. I die with my pride.
You damned fool. Come, we should get back to the caravan survivors. This way.
Why not make Orcrest ours?
This one used to like foul, but after some time, their blood seemed thin as gruel.
Taste of hot blood. How did we go so long without it?
Yeah.
You did what I could not, Walker. Rakasha is gone, and his misguided beliefs along with him. I only wish the lesson hadn't come at so great a price. These caravanners will spread the word of my clan. Others will come to hunt them down. What's left of the Tanar Zalvit will either recall our clan mother's wisdom to flee and survive, or suffer Rakaja's fate. This is the end of us, Walker. You've seen what remains of my clan. They carry my bloodline, but they are no longer my kin. There may come a time when the Tanar Zalvit can return to what they once were, when our name and clan home are far from memory. There's nothing left for me here. We couldn't save my clan from doom, but I am grateful for all you've done, as are the caravanners. They've scrounged this up as thanks. Soon the Weeping Scar's tears will have run dry, much like my own. Neither the dead nor I will have rest while the one responsible for this still lives. I will hunt down the orc who desecrated our home and brought ruin to my clan. I know the scent of death all too well. His necromancers will not be so hard to find. Tell me what you know of this orc. Necromancers? And dragons? Already Yushiha misses her quiet life of seclusion. It seems her enemies are numerous, but she is patient. Time is on her side. It has been a long time since Yushiha walked among her living cousins. There was no mane or speaker when she last drew breath, but Yushiha hopes they will see past her condition. She is certain she will barely recognize the kingdoms of her kin. And you as well, Walker. I hope we cross paths again, under better circumstances.
Perhaps a direct approach would be the best. You wouldn't happen to be traveling to the town of Hacker, would you? I'm investigating a rumor about the town's leader, Magnate Faina Darok. Word has it that she's a descendant of the Akaviri potentate. A rather curious rumor, given that the potentate's bloodline should have been wiped out over a century ago. It's a personal matter pertaining to my grandfather's legacy. Painful as it is to say, my family's reputation depends on proving this rumor false. You wouldn't happen to be looking for work, would you? I could use a lending hand. Why don't you begin by speaking to the lady in question? The magnate should be in the town square. Strike up a conversation and see what she reveals. In the meantime, I'll begin my own investigation. See what I can dig up. Hacker was built after the fall of the Akaviri potentate. It's been... let's see now. A little over 100 years now? Yes, right around that. The town was founded by the Akaviri refugees who fled during that time. The Akaviri come from the land of Akavir, a continent east of Tamriel. They first invaded Tamriel in the First Era, but were ultimately convinced to join the Empire. Hakershay is populated by their descendants. Yes, the Akaviri took the fall of the potentate as a rather obvious sign that they were no longer welcomed in Cyrodiil. Many of them fled to ELSWEYR. Hakershay is but one of the settlements that was founded. I suppose that's a matter of perspective. After all, generations of imperial marriages have considerably thinned the bloodline. Still, Hakershay does strive to maintain Akaviri culture and customs, starting with the town's rather distinct name. Potentate Vesidou Shay began his political career as advisor to Emperor Riemann III. When the Emperor was assassinated, the potentate stepped up as Cyrodiil's leader. Very fortunate for Vesidou Shay, of course. He was Emperor in all but name. So goes the rumors, though nothing was ever proven. Unsurprisingly, an Akaviri on the Ruby Throne created conflict. The potentate was eventually assassinated himself. A few decades later, his heir was similarly slain. The Morag Tong, of course. Who else would be so competent? Following the death of potentate Severian Chorak and his heirs, a large number of Akaviri and their followers left Cyrodiil. Many wound up here in ELSWEYR. As an agent of the Morag Tong, my grandfather had the honor of executing the last remaining heir of the Akaviri potentate. But here's the tricky bit. My grandfather and the heir both disappeared during the attempt. The Morag Tong presumed them dead. If Magnate Faina Darok truly is the descendant of the potentate, it proves without a shadow of a doubt that my grandfather failed. And such failure would be a grave dishonor to my family name. That's why I'm keen to prove this rumor false. Hakershay was built after the fall of the Akaviri potentate. It's been... let's see now. A little over 100 years now? Yes, right.
I haven't been able to sleep all week. Please, can't you do something?
Of course. I'll have the town guards investigate tonight.
Thank you, Magnate Fena Darak.
And who do we have here? Come, let us speak. Welcome to the town of Hakushe. I must say it is not often I see a new face. Have you perhaps come to take part in our festival? The Proving Festival, yes. Through a series of trials, the people of Hakushe must prove themselves to their ancestors. We do so by completing 3 trials, otherwise known as the 3 proofs. First, the proof of reference calls on our ancestors to witness our deeds. Second, the proof of strength displays our might and bravery. Lastly, the proof of wisdom tests our knowledge and wit. Through these trials, we show our worth. Of course, I'm sure you too have ancestors you wish to honor. First, you must speak with Domitia Nasica. You'll find her just by the river. Listen well to her words, for she will guide you through your first trial. Let me know if you have any other questions. I realize that Hakushe can be quite the curiosity for travelers such as yourself. Nothing to worry about. Domitia just hasn't been sleeping well. She believes there's something prowling around her house at night. I suspect it to be just bad dreams. Of course, I'd never dismiss a citizen who seeks my aid. Having the town guards investigate will help ease Domitia's fears. That alone may be enough to stop her nightmares. And if the dreams continue, I'll make sure she's seen by a healer. Though Hakushe is known for its Akaviri ancestry, the truth is that our imperial bloodline runs far richer. Still, we honor our Akaviri ancestors by maintaining some of their customs. The Proving Festival is a shining example of that. I hold the title of Magnate, though I have no emperor who supports me. Still, my family has led Hakushe since its founding and chose to take the title to reflect that role. It has been my honor to lead this town for over 10 years now. Because it was our family who founded it. My ancestors wished to create a place of safety and peace, where Akaviri traditions could continue to be passed down and honored. A goal I still strive to respect to this day. Yes, as is my family's tradition. We tend to keep closer to our Akaviri heritage than most. I even speak a little of the language, though I suspect my accent is quite atrocious. The Proving Festival has not been celebrated since Hakushe was first founded. I didn't even know it existed until I found a first-hand account of the festival in my family's records. It's been quite the challenge getting everyone up to speed. I'm not sure. Perhaps the town just wasn't interested in celebrations when Hakushe was first founded. They were refugees, after all. You can read about it yourself if you're so inclined. I happen to have the book with me.
You're that traveler I saw earlier. Do you need something? Truly, that was certainly nice of her. Your first step is to complete the proof of reverence. This trial allows us to call upon our ancestors to watch over us as we prove ourselves worthy of their name. With this paper lotus, write the names of your honored ancestors on its petals and place the lotus in the river. This will allow it to float into the afterlife. Think of it like a calling card, a way to get your ancestors to pay attention. Return to me when you've completed your task. Oh, and feel free to ask any questions you may have. This is Hakoshei's first proving festival in over a century, after all. I'm sure you're just as curious as everyone else. Before we can prove ourselves to our ancestors, we must first get their attention. The paper lotus acts as a ceremonial letter of sorts. By placing it into the river, we allow it to be carried into the realm of the dead. Yes, it is. The Akaviri believe that all waterways connect the realms of the living and dead. There are many folktales about boats being lost in heavy fog and landing on shores filled with restless spirits. I used to, when I was little. Whenever I would go jump in a puddle, my mother would yell, "Stop that! You'll fall right into the afterlife." Truthfully, though, she just didn't want my dress to get muddy. Excited, of course. Honestly, I'm shocked we gave up the tradition in the first place. No one even remembered the festival existed until the magnate found an old record about it. Our town doesn't have much wealth or power, but we do take pride in our ancestry. Learning about our Akaviri culture and celebrating it is important to us, and the Proving Festival is the perfect way to do just that. Before we can prove ourselves to our ancestors, we must first get their attention. The paper lotus acts as a ceremonial letter of sorts. By placing it into the river, we allow it to be carried into the realm of the dead. Yes, it is. The Akaviri believe that all waterways connect the realms of the living and dead. There are many folktales about boats being lost in heavy fog and landing on shores filled with restless spirits. Through this proof, you have shown reverence. Well done. Next is the proof of strength. You'll need to... I'm sorry. I'm just so tired today. There's been a lot of strange noises at night lately, and I haven't slept very well. You overheard that? Ah, well, yes. I've started hearing noises at night. Heavy breathing, uneven footsteps that seem to shuffle about. At first I thought I was dreaming it all. But now I am not too sure. I don't, though the magnate has promised to send a patrol out tonight. Hopefully they'll find whatever it is. But you've got a proof to complete. Head over to Vectrasi for your next task. He's just a little ways west of here, right up the hill. Good luck with the proof of strength, and let me know if you need anything. Before we can prove ourselves to our ancestors, we must first get their attention. The paper lotus acts as a ceremonial letter of sorts. By placing it into the river, we allow it to be carried into the realm of the dead. Yes, it is. The Akaviri believe that all waterways connect the realms of the living and dead. There are many folktales about boats being lost in heavy fog and landing on shores filled with restless spirits.